Hello, everyone. I am so excited about tonight. If you can't tell, but I start off all my lives by saying the same thing, just because I was told by some therapists that it works, and that's by saying I am nervous. I am extremely nervous. I got butterflies, and so they said you get it out, that kind of helps ease the tension a little bit. But I'm nervous, but I'm also really excited about our live stream event for tonight called Losing to Win. We're going to have a live weight loss success discussion with Yandri Master-Mihalis, who was one of Consinity Health's, and I didn't even say hello and tell you where I was from, but one of Consinity Health's is one of Consinity Health's weight loss patients. So I'm excited. I'm talking so fast, but anyway. So again, I'm Tony. I'm nurse practitioner from Consinity Health, where we are a direct primary care facility offering primary care services in the Roseville community. And we also have a weight loss program. And so we are going to chat a few minutes tonight about the weight loss journey. We're going to talk to Yandri, and she's going to tell us about her journey and some of her successes, why she started. One of the good things about us being and doing this live stream is those of you that are watching, you have the ability to ask questions live. So if you would just place your questions in the chat in either LinkedIn, Facebook, or YouTube, we'll see those questions and we'll answer those questions either during the chat or during our live stream, or either at the very end, and we'll take your questions. But we're really excited. One of the other things, if you saw, some of you may have saw on a couple of the feeds on Facebook, we talked about sharing or giving away a $100 gift certificate for weight loss for our viewers. And the way you are going to be able to enter the drawing for this gift certificate is you are going to have to comment in the chat, and make sure that you watch the full session, maybe like 30, 45 minutes, we'll chat, and then also share with a friend. So that's it. Just comment, say I'm here, and also share with a friend. Either you can share the video now or share the video after we stop the live stream. But we will do the raffle tomorrow, and we will post the winner on our social media page. So if you're interested in the weight loss program or would like to win a $100 gift certificate towards your weight loss journey, that is something that we are going to offer to you. All right, so we are excited. We are getting ready to bring Miss Yandri on screen. Yandri is a wonderful and delightful person. She has been a pleasure to be around. She is like one of my dream patients. She has started the weight loss journey a year and a half ago, and I'm not going to tell you a whole lot about it. I'm just going to kind of let her come in, and we'll jump in and bring her on the screen. There she is. Hi, Miss Yandri.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I couldn't think of a better person to join tonight to tell about your story. I tell people all the time, that you are Consinity Health's walking billboard. So, we've gotten a lot of feedback and a lot of questions and consultations, even patients, just for them seeing you on your journey. So what a pleasure and honor just to, that you are allowing us the chance to kind of take a peek into what life's been like for you on this journey. So I guess just to start off, if you want to just introduce yourself a little bit, tell a little bit more about who Yandri is, and then from there lead into we know you had great progress in this in our program. So just tell us a little about yourself, and then tell us a little bit about what motivated you to start your weight loss journey.
Yeah, sure. Well, hi everyone. My name is Yandri Master-Mihalis. I am a real estate agent. I'm a mom of two beautiful children. I have a boy and a girl. I have a dog and a cat, and I'm married to my best friend. So what led me to get into looking more into my health journey was I was feeling very depressed and I wasn't feeling happy with the way that I looked, the way that I felt. And starting my career in real estate, I realized that it's not just about the business, but it's also about working on yourself. It kind of aligns with your business. So a lot of the coaches said you have to take time for yourself. You have to work on your mindset. You have to work on your physical, health and all that. And that's when I really started taking it serious. And I said, okay, I need to change and I need to start with my weight.
Yeah. So when you were thinking about, you walked into the clinic, you're like, hey, I need to make this adjustment. I need to make these changes. What were your initial expectations? Like, hey, I want to wait. I want to do a little bit, better for myself. I have these aspirations. So what were your expectations initially?
So initially, I was looking for a clinic that, because I had lost insurance. I had come from, working at a regular W-2 job, transitioning into becoming a business owner. Now I didn't have insurance. So I was looking for a clinic that I could just be self-pay. And when I saw your ribbon cut in, and read a little bit of information about you, I was like, okay, this is where I need to be, because I know I can pay a monthly fee, but I can only worry about that right now. So once I met with you and we started discussing my health and my goals, you kept asking me, so what is your goal? And I'm like, well, I really want to lose weight. That's like the main thing, because I don't have like any big health issues, but that was like the main thing that I wanted to do. And it was for health and also for just to feel good with myself and kind of like get back to what I used to be. So
Yeah. So how do you feel like when you're thinking about like our program, what was it that you felt like was kind of tailored, or how did we get things personalize it, I guess, more for you? Or what are some things that you kind of enjoyed about the program, or itself?
well, I'm sure like many of the listeners, I've done many of those weight loss programs and they usually don't work. Or if they work, you lose the weight and you gain it right back. And I feel like one of the main things is the accountability, especially for me. I know I do better when I have someone that I'm reporting to and I have to, so having that option of the weekly visits and that not being an extra burden for me, but just knowing that I could have these visits and I could have contact you if needed, that was huge. And just knowing that this was not a plan that was just a one size fits all, but that it was tailored specifically for me and the way that I live my day-to-day life and what my routine is, to make sure that I was actually successful.
Right. So tell everybody kind of like what I guess a week or was like in the weight loss program. So I didn't do a whole lot of explaining of, what the program was like. And so you mentioned about the accountability, if I can say the word, the aspect where you came in on a weekly basis. What did that look like? What was your office visits like? What was it like going through the week? I have some of my other weight loss pages. They say like, oh, I know I'm going to see Tony every Monday. And so on Sunday, it's like, oh my God, I got to see Tony. So tell us a little bit about like what the journey on, from week to week was kind of like, even from starting. If you want to tell a little bit about the first 2 weeks starting and your challenges there.
Yeah.
And
So the first 2 weeks were, I remember when I met with you and you gave me that list of detox, I was like, no way. But, I made it through those first 2 weeks. And I think I lost like 10 pounds, I think, something like that. I can't remember. But then after that, I looked forward to every week to coming into the office because it was kind of like a celebration each week when you see the numbers go down. But even when the numbers didn't go down, it was like we would talk about it and we would talk about, okay, what happened this week? What did you eat this week? What did you do different this week? What was your routine like this week? And that helped me to kind of pinpoint like, okay, I need to do better in this area, or I need to make sure that I avoid these types of foods. So it was good to see my progress, and also you kept me motivated, because when things didn't go as I expected, you kept pushing me forward and giving me motivation to keep going. So that also helped me to continue, because you get discouraged when the numbers don't go down.
So what do you feel like was your biggest challenges then from week to week? What did you feel like you struggled with the most in your journey?
I think I struggled with the most at first, before I started the medication. I think I struggled mostly with the um, physical fitness, because that was never a part of my routine before. I was trying to eat healthier, but I didn't really think that physical fitness was necessary. You see people working out and you think they're just doing it because they're being, vain or whatever. But it's like, you need this for your health. Like, and it should be part of your everyday. It's not just something you do once in a while. So kind of adding that to my routine was different. And I had to start little by little. So I started just by going to the gym 10 minutes. And just making it to the gym was an accomplishment. And
right.
Yeah. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to add 5 more minutes to this, and then next thing you know, I'm working out 30 minutes, so then it got to a point where it was enjoyable. So going from 0 to, now making it a habit, was something that I probably struggled with the most at first. And then once I got into the medication, then it was about, well, I'll let you talk a little bit more about that before I go into it.
No, go for it. It's probably what I'm going to ask you next anyway. One of the things when you started your journey, we weren't initially on medication. So we started and we talked about that first 2 weeks detox. That's usually the struggle week for most people. And we do that detox to kind of reset your body, and then we talk about like how you're feeling about what you're eating when you put things back in. How does it make you feel? What changes that you should make along the way. So when you started, we tried a couple different things. So I know this big craze right now is for the GLPs, meaning the Ozempics and the Mounjaros, tirzepatide, semaglutides that everybody is seeing all over the internet. But one of the things that you did initially, you didn't start on these medicines, and you've been pretty successful. What was it that I don't want to tell all of it? I'm gonna let you kind of why did we kind of go through that journey, or tell us a little bit about that piece of your journey?
Yeah. So when we first started, I think we first started working on, after the detox, we started on just cutting on carbs and increasing physical activity. And then I think we did an appetite suppressant. And then we also did the shots for your metabolism, the fat burning shots. So I tried different things, and some things worked, some didn't. And it was kind of like a trial and error. And once you talked to me about what is it? Wegovy?
We did it. So yeah, the semaglutide.
Yeah. Once you talked to me about that, I felt like that was the next. I felt like I wasn't seeing the progress that I wanted. And I was putting in the work, but I wasn't seeing the progress as much as I wanted, or as fast enough. So I felt like that was a good option for me, because I wanted to see results faster. And I would lose a pound and then gain a pound. It was just this back and forth, that it was very discouraging.
Right. So, and that's one of the things, at Consenti that we with the weight loss program is everything is personalized. It's personalized to each individual person. And we don't automatically just start out and say, oh, the tirzepatide is the right thing for everybody, because everybody can't use that. And even some of the medications I think we started looking at for you, it was maybe that won't work, or we tried this for a little while and you're like, I don't like the side effects of that, Tony. Let's change it. Let's do something different. And so we just kept trying to, like you said, trial and error to try to find what was the right fit. And then we settled into what really worked for you. And so you want to talk a little bit about So when we talk about the medication, so and one of the things you mentioned is that it wasn't just the medicine. You talked about the exercise. You didn't talk a whole lot about the diet piece of the eating, but we talk about um, um, what the medication does for you and how do you feel like that specific medicine helped you, because it's the buzz right now. Everybody wants to know about the tirzepatides and the semaglutides. So tell us a little bit about, what it did for you.
So the main thing that it did for me is that it curbed my appetite and my cravings. That's one. And then also, even if, let's say, I love pizza, right? I couldn't eat probably a whole slice of pizza with that medicine because I would feel full right away. So it kind of like forces you to eat less, and which is kind of one of the things that I was missing, the portion control, because I would try to eat healthier, but then I was still eating a bigger portion. So with this medicine, it kind of forced me to just eat smaller portions. And then that combined with the exercise and trying to eat healthier, that's what kind of made the difference.
Awesome. So one of the things for those who are watching may not know, the tirzepatides and the semaglutides are probably one of the top of the line in appetite suppressants right now, on the other side of phentermine, which is a stimulant. But the way these particular medications work is it slows down your belly from emptying its contents. So we call it gastric emptying. It slows that down. And so what that does is it allows you to feel faster, feel fuller, longer, and get full faster. And so that's what Andrew's telling you about, the experience of having the medication and not being able to eat as much as she wanted to eat. One of the concepts, or the concept of weight loss, is pretty simple. And at Consenity, we focus on that really simple aspect of weight loss. And we talk about, I tell my patients, they probably can tell you this because everybody knows it. What am I going to say, Andrew?
Yeah. So you have to take out more than what you put in.
Absolutely. We talk about energy in and energy out. That is where the concept, and weight loss is just that simple. A lot of times people want to talk about weight loss and talk about the metabolism aspect of like hormonal changes and all of that. But that is true. Those things are true. And those are maybe some issues for some people, but it's still, regardless of what it is, it still boils down to energy in and energy out. Your energy in is what we put into our bodies, and the energy out is how our body burns that energy. So it's the basic. It's really basic. And so that's when you take that appetite suppressant, it kind of curbs the amount of energy that you put in. And then so if your energy in is here and you're working out, then your energy out is here, then we can, in that deficit, your body takes that fat and burns it. And so that's what helps you lose weight. I will say that everybody in our weight loss program is not on the semaglutides. The fat burning shot that you mentioned that you started off on, I have some people in our program that's on that, and they're doing well. They're doing well. So one of the things I want to ask you about too is because I see somebody in our chat that is really, I'm gonna bring his comment on, and I'm gonna let you. Where did it go? There it is. I'll let you tell me who this person is.
Yes, that's my lovely husband. So that's one of the things that you need to have support, right. Because my husband is actually also a patient. So we kind of started this journey. I started the journey, and then he liked, what he saw. So he wanted to join in, and he's also seeing great results. So, working as a team, it kind of helps us because we both have the same goal, right? So we're going out to eat, we're keeping each other accountable. Like, okay, well, let's just split this meal, let's just share, or maybe we won't have a drink today and just drink water. Little things like that make a big difference. Yeah. And working out together, that's also something that we enjoy.
So one of the experiences I remember, you guys, when things were kind of synced up, I think school was with your kids were kind of, you guys, somehow your schedules had synced where you guys were able to go to the gym together. And I know I told you guys this probably every time y'all came in the office, because you went to the gym together, and then from the gym you come in the office. and you two were like this kids, like you were just giggling all over yourselves. Just the social aspect of health for you two was just so high. Like you guys were just like everything was funny. Y'all were just like giddy. And it warmed my heart to see the interactions that you guys had together. How much you were not only enjoying each other but enjoying the process. So yeah, I definitely that social support is very key. But sometimes if everybody's not married, everybody doesn't have their partner at home. But one of the things that we've created too is our Wealthy Walkers at Confinity that kind of help with some of that, the social aspect of things when it comes to having a support system. And then of course you coming weekly is that accountability piece as well. So we talk at Confinity about the 4 aspects of health. So we already talked about the physical aspect of weight loss. We talked a little bit about the social aspect of weight loss. Let's now talk about the mental aspect. What were some of the mental changes and realizations that you've had to deal with that played a role in the success of your journey?
Well, I feel like the health aspect or improving my health and losing the weight really helped my mental aspect, because it helped reduce my depression, because once you feel good, I know that there's some health aspect to the working out and, the endorphins and all that. But also when you feel good about yourself, then you can portray that, or you can give yourself more of others and show up in your life with your family, your dog, just, in general, because you're feeling good. When you feel bad about yourself, it's like you portray that, and even like just how you slouch, because you're not feeling confident, you're not feeling happy, you're not feeling motivated. And I really noticed a big difference once I started losing weight, how I started changing myself and just feeling more confident, more sure about myself, and just being able to even be more social, because when you don't feel good, you don't even want to go out. You don't want to change. Nothing fits. And it's like, so that I definitely saw a big difference in my mood and just how I felt day to day.
I love it, because a lot of times when you, from the provider aspect of things, when you're trying to talk and share, like, if you do this, I promise this is going to happen, you're going to feel this way, and like, whatever, I'm not. But it's when you have someone that has experienced it and is experiencing it and can share, like that reward for me is rewarding, because I can see the manifestation in you. And so it is great. So how did you celebrate? What were some things that you do when you got specific milestones? I remember when you hit 12 pounds, I think I put a post and of course at that time you didn't give me permission to share or talk about who you were, but I was like, my weight loss patient just hit 12 pounds. So we were like excited. And then another milestones, we kind of posted some of your journey along the way. But how did you celebrate? What were some things that you would do to kind of just celebrate the small wins and even the bigger wins?
So I would post sometimes, like I remember I posted when I lost 20 pounds. I posted on social media. I've been, very open with my journey to people, because I feel like just having that transparency and that authenticity helps other people see that, we're all humans. We're all trying to, work on different things. And if something worked for me, maybe it works for you too. And I want you to be able to, share that experience openly. Mm-hmm. So that has been kind of like a reward for me, just posting and being able to see the feedback from other people, and going out to eat. That's that's something that I love to do. I'm a foodie, so we would try out different restaurants, and we didn't have to feel guilty, because we were really watching our portion. So that was one way that I used to celebrate. And once I really got to really see a big difference, then getting new clothes, getting a new outfit.
Shopping is always a
Shopping.
celebrate. Don't
You
tell
know?
my husband. Please don't tell my husband. But yeah, shopping is definitely a great way. Spending some money.
Yeah, exactly. Because then you're like, okay, I could get something nice because I'm gonna, it's gonna look good. Because when you don't feel good about yourself, even if your spouse tells you, oh, you look good, but if I don't feel like I look good,
Right. That's
it's a
true.
big difference. So
That's true. Yeah. So it's all about, our own self-esteem and how we, portray and picture our own selves. Because a lot of times, even when we look at ourselves, sometimes we are so hard on ourselves, and others be like, "Oh, girl, you look so good," and you're like, yeah. So, but when you can look in the mirror and you're happy with what you see, that always makes a difference. Always makes a difference.
Exactly.
So, since we're talking about, how you felt about yourself, one of the things that you told me when we started this journey, and I never took pictures, and that's probably one of the things I need to do a little bit better, as far as recording the journey for my patients, is you sent me pictures, from where we started. And I was like, we were together once a week. And I guess it's kind of, when you see someone on a regular basis, you don't really pay attention to the degree of change. And so you sent me a picture, and then there's two pictures I'm giving to show. The first one you sent to me before, and then you posted it. And then the second one is a picture. Actually, we were together in the second picture. So I'm going to put this on the screen for everybody to see. So the one on the left of your screen in the blue shirt is the one that you took right at the beginning of your journey. Mm-hmm. And then the one on the right was also really close in that same time frame. This was when we first started the Wealthy Walkers, and we were actually getting ready to go walking. And so one of the things I want to say too is I have to give you credit for actually helping to start Wealthy Walkers, because I asked you, like, what was one of the things that we could do to help with accountability? And you was like, something to get us moving and we can all come together and move. I was like, oh, well, let's start a walking club. And then so we had already talked about wealthy, and then or being wealthy. So I was like, oh, okay, we're going to do the Wealthy Walkers. She was like, yes, that's great. So that's why you guys see her here in her Wealthy Walkers t-shirt. And that's when we first started Wealthy Walkers. Like, I guess it's been now about 1.5 years since. Then. So, yeah. So this is Yandri's then pictures. It's definitely hard to see what she looks like on the screen because she's sitting kind of close to the screen. But I'm going to show you guys what she looks like now. This is Yandri now. Yandri, tell us a little bit about how much you've lost over your journey.
So I've lost 40 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And even looking at those pictures, I'm shocked.
So I told her when we started, I showed her the pictures prior to us going live. And so I wish I had waited, because her authentic reaction, she was like, whoa, wow, really?
Yeah, like who's
that? I wish I had waited so we can see it all together, because now I can't duplicate. I don't have the ability to have her do it again. Maybe I should have had you pretend like, just act surprised when it comes back on the screen. But the craziest thing is she sent me these pictures. These are pictures of her. But to see the change and to see the difference is, it's definitely a great success story. So I want to ask you this. One of the things we talk about one of the, I guess, the struggles that I hear a lot from patients coming in is that they say, oh, I've been on this program, that program, whatever, and I gained all the weight back. What have you been doing? Because we stopped medicine how long ago?
It's been about 3 months. So
we don't stay on the medication forever at Consinity. I don't believe in that. This is just for right now. At Consinity, we do medical weight loss. This is not a lose weight quick program. This is medical weight loss, meaning this is for the rest of your life. I try to give you tools that you can put in your toolbox that you can use forever. So one of the things, and Andrew can attest to this, is I'm not a person, if you say, Tony, I ate some cake this week or had a cookie or whatever, I'm not going to be like, oh God, you should have ate that cake. Why did you eat the cake? I ask you, what did you feel like when you ate the cake? How did it make you feel? Did you feel terrible? Feel horrible? If not, Okay, you ate the cake, then what did you do after you ate the cake? That's what's important. So again, energy in, energy out. We got to make sure that we keep that balance so that you continue the weight loss. So with me saying all of that, what have you been doing to maintain your healthy lifestyle?
So definitely the physical aspect of it. So I've continued doing my workouts, and now that I don't have the medicine, that I appetite has increased more. I still try to. One thing that you told me that's been really helpful is stop eating when you don't feel hunger.
Right.
And we're not taught that. We're taught that we have to clean our plates, and don't leave food on the table, so it's kind of like you're used to overeating. Right. That's what we've always been taught. So stopping to eat once you don't feel that sensation of hunger, it's been a huge thing, because I've noticed that I've been able to eat smaller portions just by following that rule. And just taking my time. I was talking to my husband the other day about this. Like, when you work in jobs and you only have like 20 minutes to eat, you learn to eat real quick, and you just kind of like shovel your food. But now it's like, no, you need to actually chew and enjoy the food. And then, let it digest. And then, do I want more? Okay, take a little bit more. And, not just, eat in 2 seconds. So I've been trying those little things and figuring out ways to stay active in my day-to-day life, even if it's just going out for a walk, going to the gym. I've started, I have some workout equipment at home, so I'm starting kind of like a little home gym too. So if I can't get out, at least I can, get on the treadmill and do at least 10-15 minutes. So just incorporating different ways to stay active in my day-to-day life.
Well, you're doing an amazing job. And one of the things we talked about when you're off the medicine is kind of not have you in the mindset of, once I reach my goal number, I'm going to stay at this number. So remember, we always talk about, we give you a range of weight that we try to stay within. That's your normal weight range. So that's where you kind of, you shoot for it. And then when you get out of that range, you got to go back to that toolbox, what worked. And what I'm hearing you saying is portion control. I know I got to control my portions, making sure that I'm slowing down to eat and paying attention to what I'm eating, and then moving. So those are the tools, some of the tools that you placed in your toolbox that that works for you. And that's one of the things we talked about, is making sure that we have the right tools and paying attention as we're going through the journey of what works for you. And that's what makes it so personalized. Another story that I tell everybody is, we talk about foods and how does food affect you. I do have one other weight loss patient that he's also a diabetic, and he ate cauliflower and he raised his blood sugar. And I was like, but that's just one of those things that happen. So it is, it's one of those things in the journey that we pay attention to how food, exercise, and other outside factors affect us and affect our weight loss journey. So you have our chat is on fire here. Everybody talking about how amazing you look, and there's a lot of that. People are giving you thumbs up and clapping for you. This has been great. So we're on fire. And of course, that guy there, he's all over himself. As he should be. We love you too, Gio. So
next time he can get interviewed.
So what advice would you have for other people that might want to start their own weight loss journey? Not even if it's with Consinity Health, but just their own weight loss journey. What type of advice do you have for them?
Well, I would say just start, just start from where you're at, right? So you don't have to wait for the new year. You don't have to wait for no big life event to happen. Just start today, and then start building a habit little by little. Even if it's just, okay, I'm gonna eat a little bit less, or I'm just gonna work out for 5 minutes, or I'm just gonna go take a walk. and then build on those habits.
Mhm.
Because that way it can be sustainable. When you try to change things and those, lose weight quick schemes, the same way you lose it, the same way you gain them. So you
Right.
want to do something that's sustainable and that something that you're actually going to follow through, right? Everybody has their own, you have to do whatever works for your lifestyle. So if it doesn't work for your lifestyle, then it doesn't make any sense to even do it. So tailor it to what works for you and your family and just keep going at it.
Yay! You're so amazing. And I mimic the sentiments of everybody in our chat. You have done a wonderful job. And it hasn't been easy for you. I know you're sharing, and I know we're kind of we kind of skate on the surface of certain things, but I mean, it's definitely been a journey. It's not an easy journey. It is one that takes commitment and dedication to your own self and the changes that you want to have and the goals that you've set for yourself. And so I am always excited. I talk about you all the time. And yes, guys, this is not a HIPAA violation. She's giving me permission to talk about it. She's lost ambassadors. But your journey has been a great journey, and you are and the journey hasn't ended, because again, this is lifestyle. This is for the rest of your life. And just because you're not getting the medications and you're not on the journey doesn't mean that I'm out of the picture. So you already know, and you know that you can call me at any time for anything. Everybody can't call me anytime for everything. Let me be clear about it. Actually, that's not true, because all of my direct primary care patients have access to me. So as a part of being a part of direct primary care, you do have access to me. But Yandri, if y'all don't know, she holds a very special place in my heart. One, probably because she was one of my first patients. And then also she was the first patient on our weight loss program. So I am, again, so grateful for you sharing your experience with us. If those of you that are watching, what questions do you have? Let's see. I see one question here. Question is, what is the minimum weight loss goal for your program? There is no minimum weight loss goal, because of us being a primary care practice. Our goal is to create healthy lifestyles. I will say that everybody is not allowed into the medical weight loss program because, again, it is a medical weight loss program. So we've turned some people away if they don't fit our criteria. And usually we bring you in, we have a consultation, we talk about what your goals are, what you want to do as far as your weight loss, and we'll decide if medical weight loss is the most appropriate option for you. So there is no minimum weight loss goal. I've had some people that even started the semaglutide with their goal was to lose 15 pounds. But it was because of their other health issues and some other aspects of their journey that it would benefit them more to lose the 15 pounds. So we don't, there is no limit. Everything is personalized and it's tailored to each individual person. There's a couple of the questions. Let's see. There's another question. Do the shots increase metabolism or decrease hunger? Both. And there are a lot of different shots. I'm assuming you're talking about the semaglutides and Ozempics, but we do a lot of different medications. We don't just focus on the semaglutides and tirzepatides. There is one medication, if you heard Andrew mention before, she talked about the Lipomino, which is the metabolism boosting. There is one that actually is vitamins and amino acids that actually help to burn fat faster and help to boost your metabolism. And that one has a small amount of appetite suppressant in it. And then you also have some other types of medications. The other shots, the semaglutides and tirzepatides, those are what we call GLPs. And those are the ones that actually, yes, the one that Angie last was on, that help to control the portion sizes because of the delay in the amount of the way that your body gets rid of food. So yes to both of those, but they're different. There are many different medications, and that there are some people that are not candidates for the tirzepatides and the semaglutides. So if you have some thyroid disease, or if you have any pancreatic disease, Me personally, I will not start you on any of those medicines. But again, there's a myriad of medications that we can use for weight loss. Those are not the only two. Those are just the new ones that's the biggest crave. There's another question on here that she's asking, any side effects? There are side effects of all medicines, unfortunately. The GLPs, there are some side effects. Dandry, did you tell us about your side effects? Did you have side effects for your?
So I didn't have any side effects except that if I ate too much, I would get nauseous. And, like I did have one time where I overdid it. The food was so good. I was at a restaurant, and then I think it was because there was a lot of different like taste. It's one of those restaurants where they like to try different things. And yeah, I threw up because it was too much. So yeah, your stomach, it was just, it doesn't handle but a certain amount. But other than that, I didn't have any other side effects. Just, you get a little bit nauseous if you eat too much. And if you pass the limit, you will throw up. So
Right. So yeah, but there are side effects to the medication. The medication, the last one, the GLPs, semaglutides and tirzepatides. The biggest side effects are those gastric type issues like nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, constipation, abdominal pain, because of the nature of the way the medicine works. Everybody does not have those side effects. There are some people that has the most severe of those with the nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. And then some people don't have any side effects. Can I say who's going to have them and who don't? I don't know. One of the things that we do is we couple the injections with B12. That has been found to decrease the side effects. So I hope that answered your question, Charismo. I love that. Charismos, gizmos. That's cute. Any other? I don't see any other questions in our chat. There's somebody else, our biggest fan out there. He's saying no side effects for him. So yeah, I don't see any other questions in our chat. And so I, again, appreciate you so much of sharing your journey with us. And to our audience, we will probably have a few others that will come in and share their journeys along the way. I have some that are not on the semaglutides and tirzepatides that has been very successful on their journey. So we are going to, I'm just going to put on just the information if you're looking to join our websites here, and then our telephone number is listed as well. So again, Ms. Yandry, thank you so much for being a part of our live and sharing your story. And you guys, you can see how to reach us. You're on our Facebook and our YouTube and our LinkedIn, so you can also reach us through those platforms as well. Thank you again, and I hope you all have a wonderful night, and I hope to hear from you soon. Don't forget to say I'm here. Make sure that you share with a friend this video, and you will be entered for that $100 gift certificate towards your weight loss journey. All right. Yeah. Have a wonderful night. Good night, everyone.
Bye.